they finna start this whole misinformation, disinformation thing already. To me, he's starting out doing everything he said he was gonna do. Everything he ran on, he's doing it. What is up? This your boy Kane, back at you with another episode of That's What I Think. Oh, goodness gracious. I was perusing through Instagram today, and I came across this post. I'm gonna stick it right here so you can see it. You know what? Maybe somebody was just pissing in the wind and was just like, you know what? These are the programs that could be hurt by the freeze they put on federal spending. But if you did any research at all, you would know that the majority of these things that's on this list are not going to be affected. If you do any research at all, just any research, I mean, just a little bit of research, you would have known this list. It wasn't even worth the effort. Just read. Or you could listen to what the White House secretary has to say about it.
And Karoline, just on a substantive question, yesterday, the White House Office of Management and Budget directed an across-the-board freeze with some exceptions for individual assistance, we understand, to federal grants. It's caused a lot of confusion around the country among Head Start providers, among providers services to homeless veterans, Medicaid providers, states saying they're having trouble accessing the portal. Could you help us clear up some confusion, give some certainty to folks? And also, is that uncertainty, how does that uncertainty service the president's voters?
Well, I think there's only uncertainty in this room amongst the media. There's no uncertainty in this building. So let me provide the certainty and the clarity that all of you need. This is not a blanket pause on federal assistance and grant programs from the Trump administration. Individual assistance, that includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want to make that very clear to any Americans who are watching at home who may be a little bit confused about some of the media reporting. This administration, if you are receiving individual assistance from the federal government, you will still continue to receive that. However, it is the responsibility of this president and this administration to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. That is something that President Trump campaigned on. That's why he has launched DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, who is working alongside OMB. And that's why OMB sent out this memo last night, because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs. It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy and agencies. No more funding for Green New Deal social engineering policies. Again, people who are receiving individual assistance, you will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being a good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
All right, so if you personally receive assistance from the government, you have nothing to worry about. Now let's go back down the list. I know this was fun putting this list together, and you got some clicks and likes, but Medicaid, okay, that's personal assistance. Strike it off this list. School breakfast lunch program, once again, personal assistance. Strike it off the list. Section 8 rental assistance. That sounds personal to me. It's your house, it's your dwelling. Strike it off the list. Title I education grants. Sound like another personal check coming to somebody for something from the government. You know what? Do we have to go down all of these? Basically, somebody just, see, this is the misinformation, but just cross it off the list. Basically, this whole list is just gone, except for maybe the clean water infrastructure thing. I doubt it being frozen was going to just make that big of a difference, like water won't be drinkable anymore. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the comment section. Now, if that wasn't clear enough, after she broke it down like a 5th grader could understand it. Of course, you got grown journalists, and I'm starting to lose so much respect for journalists. Like, their brains just don't work like normal people. She literally had to answer this same question over and over and over again. I'm gonna give you an example of it.
Some of the confusion I think may be here with this pause on federal funding. You've made it clear you're not stopping funds that go directly to individuals, but there certainly are lots of organizations that receive funding and then may pass along a benefit. Meals on Wheels, for one. They provide meals for over 2.2 million seniors. What is the president's message to Americans out there, many of whom supported him and voted for him, who are concerned that this is going to impact them directly, even if, as you said, the funding isn't coming directly to their wallet?
I've been asked and answered this question 4 times. To individuals at home who receive direct assistance from the federal government, you will not be impacted by this federal freeze. In fact, OMB just sent out a memo to Capitol Hill with Q&A to clarify some of the questions and the answers that all of you are asking me right now. Again, direct assistance will not be impacted. I've been asked and answered about this OMB memo. There's many other topics of the day. Jackie
But indirect assistance, Caroline, if it's going to another organization and then trickling down.
Direct assistance that is in hands of the American people will not be impacted. Again, as I said to Peter, we will continue to provide that list as it comes to fruition. But OMB right now is focused on analyzing the federal government's spending, which is exactly what the American people elected President Trump to do.
I'm not getting it. I just don't get why, like, grown adults, you can say something to them and they literally just don't hear the words coming out your mouth.
How long is this pause going to last, and how is the Trump administration recommending that organizations that rely on federal funding make payroll, pay their rent in the meantime?
It is a temporary pause, and the Office of Management and Budget is reviewing the federal funding that has been going out the door. Again, not for individual assistance, but for all of these other programs that I mentioned. I also spoke with the incoming director of OMB this morning, and he told me to tell all of you that the line to his office is open for other federal government agencies across the board, and if they feel that programs are necessary and in line with the president's agenda, then the Office of Management and Budget will review those policies. I think this is a very responsible measure. Again, past 4 years, we've seen the Biden administration spend money like drunken sailors. It's a big reason we've had an inflation crisis in this country, and it's incumbent upon this administration to make sure, again, that every penny is being accounted for honestly.
I'm starting to believe this whole, like, people just paint narratives, because she's clearly saying your direct assistance will not be hampered at all. But they just keep asking her the same question over and over and over again. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. And this is exactly how Trump got to be president again. People got tired of, like, running around just saying stuff and posting stuff and just stuff that ain't true. If I figured this out and researched it in like 2 seconds, this whole post was false. Why repost it? People repost things and don't research it at all. When I came across the post, I simply just fact checked. And then when I was fact checking, they said Speaker of the House actually held a press conference on it. So we're better to get the information than out the horse's mouth. No disrespect intended. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. What do you think? Are they finna start this whole misinformation, disinformation thing already? To me, he's starting out doing everything he said he was gonna do. Everything he ran on, he's doing it. He said he was going to tackle spending, government overspending. He was going to tackle the border. He was going to tackle finances. I mean, don't cut the stutters out. I want them stutters in there. What is he not doing? Now, if you're uncomfortable about what he's doing, be aware of the fact that the American public has spoken. This is what they want. Just hang it up. Hang it up. Y'all got to do this for 4 years. Stop crying, stop groveling. It's like the people who, like, after you beat them in a game of basketball or football or something, they start talking about the officiating. They start talking about, it's over. It's over with. Like, why we got to do this? I'm mad at Trump when he wouldn't let it go. When he said, I ain't really lose. Okay. But y'all doing the same thing. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are we getting to a point where information is too accessible for people to still continue to make the same mistakes? Your opinion is one thing, but when you start factually putting stuff out and people just start running with it, it's an entirely different thing. It reminds me of, like, when Trump or Tom Homan are talking about the illegal immigrant problem.
And Tom. We're in Chicago, Illinois. We want to arrest public safety threats. We got all of government approach. We got U.S. Marshals, we got FBI, we got ATF, we got DEA, we got ICE, we got HSI, we got them all here. So the president's plan of all of government to attack illegal alien crime in this city, we're going to address it today, starting now.
Keyword. If you listen closely at the end of the video, he said illegal alien. Your argument cannot then be immigrants. Everyone's response always start with immigrants. You shouldn't do immigrants this way. Just being an immigrant here is much different than being an illegal alien here. And people always just throw them terms around and cross-reference them with each other. No, if they're talking about illegal aliens, they're talking about illegal aliens. No matter how you feel about it, it is a big difference between an immigrant and an illegal immigrant. And this is what I'm talking about. It's the misinformation, the trickery with words is misinformation. They say things in such a way to confuse people. So if I'm talking about illegal immigration and you just keep on calling them immigrants, we actually talking about two separate things. Because you can be an immigrant and be an American citizen. So they make it sound like you're just bothering somebody who's done things the right way. No, get the people up out of here who have done it the wrong way. Number one, I'm a veteran. So you got homeless vets. You got vets suffering from PTSD. You got vets missing arms, legs, disabled vets. You got all type of homeless American kids. You got homeless American kids. You got American kids in need of medical help. You got American kids that's in foster homes that somebody could take care. Why are we focusing so much on people who over here that ain't even supposed to be over here when we ain't even took care of all our people yet? America can't be everybody's endless supply of money. It can't work like that. No, it's too many actual Americans to worry about. North Carolina's still in shambles. We got California in shambles. It's actual American things to be worried. It's American problems to be worried about. We still trillions of dollars in debt. We still paying taxes out the wazoo. It's almost like you arguing for a shoplifter at Walmart when all these other big issues going on in it. No, if he shoplifted, let him go to jail. If you cross the border illegally, go to jail and then get kicked out. Why is this stuff so hard? Am I losing it? I'm losing it, mama. My daughter said I'm losing it, I guess. So let me calm down. Anyway, if you like what I'm talking about, like, subscribe, comment on the video. It's your boy Kane with another one. About like and subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit the notification bell. If you got more than one account, subscribe on all of them. All right. Have a good night. Or a good day. Or a good evening, depending on where you're at.